Today we are introduced to a character by the name of Timothy in the Acts of the Apostles. Interesting guy. We have a letter from St. Paul written to Timothy, which comes a little bit later. We've just come out of the context of, in reading through the Acts of the Apostles, as we do during Easter, about the dramatic elements of whether Greek converts were required to be circumcised. And there was this big debate between Paul and Peter, and they went to Jerusalem, and it all got settled. And then there was a letter that came out yesterday. They were all rejoicing that they only had to do certain things. They didn't have to be circumcised. Now, it's very interesting. We have Paul here now interacting with Timothy. Now, Timothy wasn't 100% Jewish, but he wasn't 100% Greek either. Technically, he should have been Jewish. Technically, he should have been circumcised as a child. And because Timothy's mother was Jewish. So the way Jewish law says that if the mother is Jewish, then the child becomes Jewish as well. But he hadn't been circumcised because the father was Greek and he was opposed to it, which some of us know about mixed marriages. Sometimes it gets a little bit difficult with faith in those contexts. And Jesus says, says to Timothy, you shouldn't give up your Jewish heritage. You should have been Jewish right from the day of the beginning, but because of this mixed marriage context, it caused difficulties. But St. Paul is saying to Timothy, you need to be Jewish. And so in this context, even though we literally had yesterday, St. Paul went all the way to Jerusalem, you can in essence say a big fight happened between the early church about whether circumcision was required. Here we have St. Paul saying literally the very next day, Timothy, don't give up on your roots. Don't give up on your background. And your background was Jewish. Your mother was Jewish, and in honour of that, you should be circumcised. Which seems a little harsh in one sense for Timothy, but in another sense, I think that's a good reminder for us all. We all come from families. We all come with roots. A lot of us have come as immigrants, or our ancestors have come as immigrants to this country. We shouldn't just throw out that heritage. We shouldn't just throw out the fact that we're Irish. Or we shouldn't throw out the fact that we're German in our own heritage or background. That's part of who we are. We bring that to Jesus Christ as well. And with Timothy, Paul is saying, don't forget your heritage of your own family, your own mother, your own religious background of being Jewish. Bring that with you to Christ. And we do that all of ourselves as well. It's one of the beauties of the Christian faith is that we embrace all cultures. I know over the last few weeks we've been having people from all over the world who are participating in our masses here, live streamed. And there are probably some who are here today. I had a look at the numbers after Mass yesterday and our numbers were down by 10. I'm not quite sure what happened. We might have them here in the pews. But it's a great thing that we're here in the pews, but it's also great for those who are participating at home as well. We bring our own culture and we bring that to Jesus Christ. And so St. Paul's reminding Timothy today, don't forget your own culture. Don't forget your own background. Be the best you can in that culture and then perfect that and bring that to Jesus Christ. Bring that in faith with Jesus Christ as well. So wherever you're watching today, know that God loves your culture. God loves who you are. God loves your family. God loves your parents. And let's do what we can to honour them in the best way we can. Honour them in our cultural context and bring that cultural context to Jesus Christ. This is what Paul is asking of Timothy. I think perhaps this is what Paul might be asking of all of us today as well.